Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone, welcome to our video. In this video, we will discuss about a method in teaching. This is situational language teaching. Let's wait till our video. Detailed specification of content. Situational language teaching is characterized by two major filters: vocabulary control. One of the first aspects of method design to receive attention was the roles of vocabulary in the 1920 and 1930 several large-scale investigation of foreign language vocabulary were undertaken. The importance for this research came from two quarters. First, there was a general concerns among language teaching specialists such as Palmer that vocabulary was one of the most important aspects of foreign language learning. A second influence was the increased emphasis on reading skills as the goal of foreign language study in some countries.
The second is grammar control. A number of pedagogically motivated descriptions of English grammar were undertaken, including a grammar or spoken English on a strictly phonetic basis. Palmer and Blanford, 1939, A Handbook of English Grammar, Sanford, 1945, and Harney's Guide to Patterns and Usage in English, which became a standard reference search of basic English sentence patterns for textbook writers. The next is roles of teachers and students or learners. Situational language teaching employs a situational approach to presenting new sentence patterns and a drill-based manners of practicing them. The practice techniques employed generally consist of guided repetition and substitution activities, including chorus repetition, dictation drills, and controlled oral-based reading or writing tasks. Other oral practice techniques are sometimes used, including pair practice and group work.
Next is roles of teacher and student. Situational language teaching employs a situational approach to presenting new sentence patterns and a drill-based manner of practicing them. The practice technique employed generally consists of guided repetition and substitution activities, including a course repetition, dictation, drills, and control oral-based reading and writing tasks. Other oral practice techniques are sometimes used include pair practice and group work.
Next, we are going to talk about teaching procedure. According to situational language teaching, a lesson starts with stress and intonation, practice followed by a revision and a presentation of new materials, or mainly structures or vocabulary. The teacher then proceeds to oral practice and drilling of the elements present. Finally, the lesson ends with reading activity or written exercise. The sequence of activities the purpose consists of: the first one is listening practice, in which the teacher obtains his student attention and repeats an example of the patterns or word in isolation clearly, several times, probably saying it slowly at least once. For example, where is the pen? Separating the words. 2. Choral imitation, in which students out together or in large groups repeat what the teacher has said. This works best if the teacher gives a clear instruction like repeat after me or everybody follow me, and hand signal to mark time and stress. The third, individual imitation, in which the teacher asks several individual students to repeat the model he has given in order to check their pronunciation. The fourth, isolation, in which the teacher isolates sounds, words or groups of words which cause trouble and goes through techniques 1 to 3 with them before replacing them in context. Number 5. Building up to a new model in which the teacher gets students to ask and answer questions using patterns they already know in order to bring about the information necessary to introduce the new model.
6. Elicitation, in which the teacher using mime, prompt, words, gesture, or etc. gets students to ask questions, make statements, or give new example of the pattern. Substitution drilling 7. Substitution drilling, in which the teacher uses cue words, pictures, numbers, names, and etc. to get individuals to mix the example of the new patterns. 8. Questions answer drilling, in which the teacher gets one student to ask question and another to answer until most students in the class have practiced asking and answering the new question form. 9. Correction, in which the teacher indicates by shaking his head, repeating the error, and etc. There is a mistake and invites the students or different students to correct it. Where possible, the teacher doesn't simply correct the mistake himself. He gets students to correct themselves so they will be encouraged to listen to each other carefully. And next is teaching technique. Lesson starts with stress and intonation practice, followed by a revision and a presentation of new materials, mainly structure or vocabulary. The teacher then proceeds to oral practice and drilling of the elements present.